What's up, everybody? It's your bro, Super Bro Zulfi. Welcome back to another video. The date today is Friday, July 5th. We are in the middle of July 4th weekend. Hope you guys are having fun. Hope you guys are being safe, especially if you're planning on using some fireworks this weekend. It is summer. Hope you guys are having a great summer. And when summer gets here, we usually end up having a little bit more free time, especially if you're a student that goes to school or if you're a teacher like myself. We end up having more free time. Even though I am going to be teaching summer school, this upcoming Monday is the first day, July 8th. But even while teaching summer school, the hours are shorter and I end up having more free time to play video games. And in this video, I just want to talk about some of the games I've been playing. Since I've started my summer break, I've been playing a lot more video games on stream and off stream. And I just want to share my experiences with you guys and just talk about some video games, talk about the games that I am playing this summer. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the games that I'm currently streaming on the channel. These are games that you guys could come and watch me play if you want to during the summer months. The first one being Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. This was originally a GameCube game, and I'm so glad that they decided to remake this game and put it on Switch, because so many people are going to be able to experience this masterpiece of a game, and that's what it is. I highly recommend you guys play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door if you haven't. I'm one of those people that is experiencing this game for the very first time, and it's kind of cool because I've been on this Mario RPG like roller coaster since last November of 2023, when they released Super Mario RPG. And then after playing that game, I wanted a taste of more Mario RPG, and I knew this game was coming out, so I decided to go back and play Paper Mario on the N64, the first game. Absolutely loved it, and that built up my hype even more for this game, which I'm currently playing through. I'm on chapter 5 right now. We're on a tropical pirate island. I've got 4 crystal stars. I need 3 more. And I'm having a lot of fun playing it. So definitely stop by and check me out on one of the live streams if you want to watch me play through the end of this game. Game is very lengthy, by the way. I didn't know this game was that long. This game absolutely is worth the full $60 price tag that Nintendo put on it. And I can't say that about every single remake that Nintendo does, but this one definitely is worth the money. It's got the length, it's got the effort put into it. I love the art style. They made it nice and crispy and clean looking. And it's got me wanting to play more Mario RPGs. Nintendo has announced Mario and Luigi Brothership, which comes out in November. So I'm definitely hyped to play that when it comes out. But before that comes out, after I finish this game, we're going to be playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is on the Game Boy Advance online. So there's a lot of Mario RPG coming up on the channel. If you want to watch me play some Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, you can do so this summer. Once that game is done, we're going to be playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And then in November, we're going to be playing Mario and Luigi Brothership. I'm so excited. The second game that I'm currently streaming on the channel is a game that I cannot hold up because I don't have a physical copy of the game. I'm actually playing it on the Nintendo Switch online service, and it's an older game, and that game is The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap for the Game Boy Advance. Now, this is my first true experience with a top-down Zelda game. I am new to that form of Zelda. I'm used to playing 3D Zeldas. I've played almost every single 3D Zelda game there is, but I'm not too familiar with top-down Zelda. The only other one I've played from start to finish was Triforce Hero on the DS or the 3DS, and I'm not even sure if that one counts or not. But I'm excited to try this new, fresh take on Zelda, for me anyway. It's similar to how Mario RPGs were kind of like a new thing for me when I started playing them last November, because I'm used to just playing 2D Mario and 3D Mario games, but not really a Mario RPG. So I'm excited because we're playing the Minish Cap. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm learning a lot of things. And it's nice to go back to this old school Zelda game where the world isn't so open, right? It isn't an open world. It doesn't feel exhausting. It is a linear game, but it does do a good job of not feeling super linear, because you do have to backtrack a lot and then use your items to unlock new areas. So it does kind of feel a little bit more open while still being a linear game. And I'm excited because this is also going to spring me into other top-down Zelda games, because after I'm done playing the Minish Cap on the channel, I have plans of playing Link's Awakening, the remake that they did for Nintendo Switch. I want to play that game. I haven't played it yet. Super excited to try it. That's something we'll be doing this summer as well. And it's all leading up to the brand new game that Nintendo has announced at their recent Nintendo Direct, which is The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the one where you play as Princess Zelda. And it takes place in Hyrule, and it has the similar art style to Link's Awakening. Again, another top-down Zelda game, but it seems like you have a little bit more freedom in that game while it's still being top-down. That game comes out in September. Super excited to play that. That's also one we'll be streaming on the channel. So yeah, a lot of Mario RPGs in the future and a lot of top-down Zelda in the future for the channel. All right, moving on to games that I am playing off stream. This is one that I finished recently, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on Nintendo Switch. And this is an older game. I originally did not get this game when it first came out because I was not a fan of the art style and it seemed very babyish. But recently I've been very nostalgic for Pokemon, especially like the earlier regions such as Kanto and Johto. I played through Pokemon Pearl, Shining Pearl. I streamed it, had a great time, and that made me want to play more Pokemon. So I decided to pick up this game and give it a shot. And it's actually good that it's a game for beginners, because I was able to get my wife into Pokemon by getting her the other copy of the game, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So we were both able to play through the game together. And the goal was for us to try to complete the Pokedex, get all original 151 Pokemon by trading between the two copies of the game. But the one thing I failed to realize was that Pokemon 151 Mew is hidden behind a paywall. You have to pretty much buy this accessory called Pokeball Plus to get it, or you would have to trade it in from another game. So we only managed to get 150 Pokemon instead of 151, but we finished the entire game, had a good time with it, and yeah, maybe my wife will be open to playing more Pokemon games in the future. But I do highly recommend this for anybody that is not familiar with Pokemon or thinks Pokemon is too complicated or hard. If you never played Pokemon, this is a great entry point. And the art style is actually pretty good. I'm a fan of the art style after playing this game. I don't know what I was thinking in the past where I thought it was too babyish looking. I like the chibi look. It's very clean and solid. So highly recommend this for anybody that has never played Pokemon before. This is a great entry point for Pokemon. The next game is a game that I have streamed on the channel, but I have not been streaming the completion of this game, and that is Princess Peach Showtime. And I'm actually not done this game. I'm still in the process of 100%ing it, and this is a very interesting game because at its surface level, you would think this is a game that's targeted towards little girls, right? Princess game about Princess Peach. Even the commercials show little girls playing this game. But if you actually try to go for the 100% in this game and you have to refight those bosses and do the boss challenges, it's actually quite challenging. And I've been dying quite a lot and trying over and over to try to complete those bosses without taking any damage and doing all the required things that you have to do during the boss fight. The game is fun, but I don't think this game is worth the full $60 price tag. If you could find a copy of this game on eBay for like $40 or $45, I feel like that's a better price point for this. The game also struggles to keep up for some reason. There's a lot of frame drops and the game is very laggy. It has a lot of load times. If you watch me stream this game, you saw how annoyed I got with the lags and the loading. It took forever. I don't know why this game runs like that, especially when we have games on the system that look better and run better, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. There's so many games that look better and run better. This game doesn't look the best and still struggles for some reason. I don't know why. But artistically, this game is great, and I love the charm here. Very charming game. very nice aesthetics when it comes to the way they design the levels. And I really like the different costumes Peach gets in this game. Adds a lot of different gameplay types. I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, this is one that I'm still working on. I'm almost done. I'm in the final fight. The final boss fight is really hard, believe it or not. You have to dodge a lot of obstacles and dodge attacks, and you have to complete the entire fight without getting hit. And it's funny that I'm saying that a Princess Peach game is hard, but it is. And I'm very close to finishing it. I can't wait to get it done. Alright, moving on. We're leaving the realm of the Nintendo Switch and we're going into the realm of the PlayStation 5. Yes, I do play other systems besides the Nintendo Switch. And this game has been on my backlog since I got it back in February of 2023, I believe, when the game first came out. And that is Hogwarts Legacy. I bought this game on release and it's just been sitting there until this past week, where I was able to pop it in for the first time and play it. And I'm having a blast with it. I'm in the opening hours of the game, so not too deep into the game, but I'm having a good time. And I don't know why I waited so long to play this game, because this game was getting a lot of good reviews. A lot of people loved it, and it's a shame that I waited so long to play it. But I really like the combat system in this game. I thought it was going to be weird at first, because I was like, how are we going to fight using wands? But after playing the combat scenarios for a little bit, I got the hang of it, and it feels no different than like a Dark Souls game almost. Instead of a physical weapon like a sword that you're holding, you have a wand, and you kind of have more distance because you can hit things that are further away. There's a lock-on system. I think it feels really good. There's a lot of other spells you can do, like you can use the Lumos one to light dark areas. So I'm interested to see all the different spells you get in this game and how they work. The wand, the basic damaging attack that you do, it just feels like a sword with a longer reach, basically. And there's a dodge roll in this game as well, which I think is pretty funny to see wizards doing dodge rolls. It really just makes me think that this is like a Dark Souls clone almost, just taking place in the Harry Potter universe. I haven't had a chance to play through the open world yet, so I'm super excited to explore Hogwarts and like the area around Hogwarts and see what that's all about. I really do like the fact that this game also lets you pick the house that you go into, which is really cool, because I was able to get into Slytherin. And I actually answered the question appropriately, because it gives you like 4 options. And one of them was ambition, and I chose ambition thinking like that would lead me to Slytherin, and it did. But it also says if you're not happy with the choice, you can go back and probably re-answer the question and pick a different house that way. So even though there is a sorting hat, you kind of have the choice to pick whichever house you want to get into. I've always been a Slytherin. I took that Pottermore quiz back in the day like everybody else, and I was a Slytherin ever since then. Even before taking that quiz, I wanted to be in Slytherin, and I'm so glad that that quiz landed me at Slytherin. And yeah, I chose the right answer and was able to become a Slytherin without having to go back and change it in the game. But I'm glad that their option to choose the house is in the game. I think that's big. But I can't really talk much about this game because I really like surface level deep into it. I'm not that far into the game at all. So I'm excited to play this throughout the rest of summer and really get a taste for it. I'm excited. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is another one that I've been playing through. All right, moving on to the last game that I've been playing this summer. And this one is a multiplayer game. Recently, I bought my wife this. It's a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. And bought this because we want to experiment and play some multiplayer games on the PlayStation 5. We play a lot of multiplayer games on the Switch, and the PlayStation 5 has great multiplayer games as well, so we want to try that out. So I got her this controller. The first game I got is not a PlayStation 5 exclusive game. It's a game that just runs and looks better on the PS5 than it does on the Switch, and that is Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. And this game is basically a Super Smash Bros. Clone using Nickelodeon characters, and I think this game is really refreshing and really fun. And it really reminds me of old school Super Smash Bros. Like N64, Melee, and even Brawl. Those were like the Super Smash Bros. Games that I was the most fond of. The more recent Smash Bros. Games I'm not a big fan of, but I'm not going to go into that in this video. I feel like I could make a whole separate video on why I feel like old school Smash Brothers is better than modern Smash Brothers, and I might do that in the future, so stay tuned. But this just takes me back to like being a teenager, being a kid, playing games like the original Smash Brothers, Melee, and then even Digimon Rumble Arena, which was another arena fighter on the GameCube that I used to play with my brother and cousins, and it was a lot of fun. And this is basically that. This is fun. I feel like Smash Brothers nowadays Ultimate is just not fun. Like, I don't even own the game. I sold it. But this is fun. The characters are fun and wacky and iconic. I watched a lot of Nickelodeon during my teenage years. These are the characters on the back of the box that you can play with. A lot of great ones like Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, Danny Phantom. You got Aang from the Avatar. You got Ninja Turtles. You got Garfield. A great lineup. And it feels like a party game again. Smash Brothers nowadays doesn't feel like a party game. It feels like super sweaty, super competitive. Everybody wants to play Final Destination. No one wants to play on the gimmicky stages. Nobody wants to use items. Again, these are all things I'm going to save for like a separate video. But if you want an arena fighter that's actually well made and a lot of fun, I highly recommend Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Not the first one, the second one. The first one has a lot of issues, I heard, but they fixed it in the second one. And again, we haven't played this for that long. Played it a little bit, so I'm still excited to go back into this and try a lot of the other characters, play on some of the other courses. But this is a very nostalgic, very fun title. Highly recommend if you're looking for a multiplayer game to play on the PS5. So yeah, you made it to the end of the video. These are all the games that I am currently playing through. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm also curious to know, what games are you guys playing through this summer? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited to read the comments and find out what you guys are up to this summer. And make sure you guys hit the like button, like always, because that definitely helps the channel out. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not, for more Nintendo and video game related content on the channel. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. It's been your bro, Super Bro Zulfi. Peace.